Hello, I'm Charlie McKee. I'm the founder of AdaptaFit. And about a year ago, I was visiting my grandfather, and he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease about 12 years ago. And when I was visiting him, I realized that it took himself almost an hour to get dressed, and that was even with my grandmother helping him. And so I was curious. And I asked him, what it was that added so much time to his dressing process, and he explained that people with Parkinson's and similar diseases struggle with buttons and zippers. And so I want to come up with a solution to the problems that he and many other people in similar scenarios face. And so what I did is I invented two magnetic strips that can be sewn into people's existing clothing to replace the struggles that they experience with things like buttons and zippers. So I actually have prototypes here that I can show. So the strips look like this. It's basically a gross grain ribbon with machine washable magnets sewn in all the way down the front closure of a button down, and they just snap pretty easily. I've run a full test market that was successful back home in St. Louis. You can also actually put magnets in where the cuff is, so the cuffs can just snap. The other strip goes into zippers on a pair of pants, so it works like this. You can see the strips here, and then it just closes like that. So very simple. But the market for this is something that I think is bigger than what most people understand. Tommy Hilfiger actually has a whole line of adaptive clothing. His son has autism, and they struggle with a lot of the same things that people with Parkinson's or cerebral palsy struggle with. And there are other companies that make magnetic clothes. The main company is a company called MagnaReady. They have whole clothing lines, but their clothing is relatively average looking and, in my opinion, pretty high priced. And the way our business is structured is people will place an order online. They'll say, okay, I want a pair of pants and 2 button downs altered. They'll put it in a box. They'll ship it to us down here in Texas. We install these magnets in their clothes where they ask, and we send it back. And we're going to be able to do this for a much lower cost than what our competitors can. And the good thing about what we do is it offers a customizability aspect. It allows people to keep the clothes that they already own. But other than just fixing things like buttons and zippers, we feel that this solution creates a lot of confidence for our customers. I noticed with my grandpa when he lost the ability to dress himself that his confidence was greatly affected in other areas of life. He stopped playing golf, stopped driving, things like that. And so by giving people the freedom and the independence to actually dress themselves, I think what you'll see is kind of a trickle-down effect of confidence in other areas of their life. So we feel this is a product that can do a lot of good for a lot of people.